Hello, this is Michael Ewer, and I'd like to invite you to the Michael Ewer Show, featuring student hosts and very special guests talking about a variety of interesting topics. You can find us on the Eagle Stream YouTube channel.
Hello and
Hi,
welcome to the
everyone.
Michael Ewer Show. Today I'm here with Kevin. I'm Marjorie Chanakira, and we're the host for today. So, Kevin.
Hi, everyone. My name is Kevin Reza Villa. I'm a student here at Waitek Community College, and I'm pretty much everywhere. I'm with SGA, the Star Ambassadorship. I'm a Success Coach Ambassador as well, and would like to welcome everyone to today's show.
Cool, awesome. I am also in a Student Government Association. I'm also part of the Owners Program and NSBE, and I'm also a Success Coach Ambassador. So we're here today to talk about Hispanic Heritage Month, which we're so excited. Yesterday, we had a lot of things going on at the Northern Campus about Hispanic Heritage Month. They had Colombian dance, and then people were being told about how to preserve culture and where you come from, and a lot of other things. So I'm going to hand over the mic to Kevin right now.
Oh yeah. Unfortunately, last night I wasn't able to go to the celebration. However, I do know a lot from what comes uh, with being, I guess, just Hispanic and preserving your culture. And something I can't say is it is not something that's really easy because we're over here in the United States now, and so you're trying to fit in here, you're trying to celebrate over there. But I guess something that I really took from previous lectures was just a great way to keep in touch with your culture is just by embracing it, celebrating it. Don't be afraid to show off your colors. Don't be afraid to wear those sweaters that people might find tacky, or don't be afraid to represent your flag. That doesn't just go to just Hispanics, but that goes to everyone out there.
Okay, perfect. So yesterday at the Northern Campus in the atrium, they had a celebration, and the first part of it from like 12 to 12:30, we had people come in, and then they were talking about how to preserve your culture and how they do it to preserve their culture. Unfortunately, I was late because I had a class during that time. They were having that, but a lot of people who went there were like, oh, we benefited a lot because they were talking about how it's always good to like try so much since you come to a foreign country and then you leave your culture, you come here, it's diverse in culture, like different kinds of people, so you tend to like lose your culture and then tend to get habits from other people's culture. But then there's so many ways that you can preserve your culture by like practicing little traditions, and that's why as Wake Tech we have Hispanic Heritage Month, to just honor each and everyone, from their countries, their heritage, their cultures. And I think it's actually a good thing. So after that, they had the Colombian dance. I'm sure if you guys follow Wake Tech on their socials, you might have seen two ladies wearing very beautiful dresses, very long skirts, and it was really nice. That's the part that I really missed the most because I couldn't see those. But then I saw the pictures and I was like, oh, that was nice. Yeah. And then they had food afterwards, which is always a great way to get students to go to events. So there was a food truck, and everyone just enjoyed some good food. So it was really great. So I think right now we're gonna have Jerry to just give us a clip of what happened during Hispanic Heritage Month last year. And Jerry.
As a reminder to everyone out there, just feel free to ask any questions whenever you have any. We're here to answer your questions and add to the discussion.
Yes. So I'm also not sure if there was also an event at the Southern Campus, but I hopefully think there was because there was a lot that was going on as well. And if people want to know, next week we're gonna have the Fall Fest Harvest Hunt at the Northern Campus. I know that was today at the Southern Campus, and today they're also gonna have a movie during the evening. So if people wanted to go to that, they can just go and watch their movie. And on the Northern Campus, it's going to be next week, Thursday, the 19th, where you can just go and there's going to be games, a lot of games. And then you can scan a QR code on the posters that you see. Um, you can get a free pizza just for signing up early. That way, when you come, you have a reserved spot and also free food. So please do sign up for that. Now I'm going to have Kevin talk more about SPART because I know I just got an email from SPART saying, oh, we're starting to take people, so you have to apply. I think the date is October 16th. So if Kevin, as the stat ambassador, can just tell us more about all that.
Yeah, so as Marjorie said, start applications are opening October 16th. And for everyone out there listening, it is a great opportunity to just get some hands-on experience, figure out what you want to do, figure out if what you think you want to do is right for you. I think it's just the best opportunity, mostly because, we don't have any GPA requirements. We don't even have any class prerequisites. As long as you're a student here at Wake Tech, you're pretty much eligible. And as long as you're 18. So, you pretty much check all 4 boxes off the bat. We also accept international students, which is something that people constantly ask. And I just want to point it out that it's just an amazing opportunity. And the reason it's an amazing opportunity is because we have a variety of projects from biology, engineering, geology, data science, and you get to choose whichever one you're interested in, and they will pair you up with a mentor here at Wake Tech or any of our other partner institutions. And our partner institutions are a lot. They can include NC State, UNC Chapel Hill, Duke University, the Duke Gleamer Center, NC Fayetteville State University, and the Piedmont Health Center as well. There is a lot that there's a lot of people that the Wake Tech Start program can connect you with, and there's a lot of great mentors out there that are ready to help everyone whenever they get the chance. And so I'd like to encourage everyone to go out there and just apply, because honestly, for me, that was my life-changing moment when I first started here at Wake Tech. It was during the pandemic. It was during COVID, the year 2020. I had no clue what I wanted to do. I had no clue where I wanted to go. I was planning to go to Notre Dame for political science, but because of the pandemic, I ended up staying here. I went through a little midlife crisis, but what helped me get everything together academic-wise was honestly this START program. The mentors are phenomenal from my experience, and would just like to encourage anyone who doesn't know what they want to do, is a bit confused on what they think they want to do, is questioning it, wants to explore anything, just apply. It's a leap of faith. It's a lottery system, so not everyone's guaranteed to get in, but we do have 50 spots, which is an incredible amount of spots for an internship of this size. Definitely, I would like to encourage everyone to apply on October 16th.
Yeah, and I would also like to say that I've been applying to this ever since I was a freshman, and it's a really great thing. If you don't get in, please do not lose hope. Just keep on applying, because like he just said, it's like 50 spots open, and like almost everybody wants to get in it. So if you don't get it the first time, it does not mean that you should stop applying. I'm gonna apply again, and I urge everybody to do the same so that we can all do this together. So yes, it's going to be a very great thing. Right now, we're probably gonna have a video from the Care Center by Jerry, and we can see what the Care Center is about. We have a new opening space. It's in Building B on the Northern Campus. It's very nice. If you go down there, they're gonna help you. You can meet with your student success coaches, and everybody there is just super nice. So I do encourage everybody to go check it out and see what you can get.
The Care Center is here to provide wraparound services for our students for when out-of-the-classroom challenges arise. I'm Mike Coleman, Dean of Student Engagement and Impact here at Wake Tech.
My name is Magdalene Christ, and I'm a student at Wake Tech in the Associate of Science program. The Care Center at Wake Tech has been a great hub for resources
such as food, success coaching, technology support, brief mental health counseling, emergency financial assistance, and transportation assistance.
I've gotten a lot of great help with questions and just navigating Wake Tech. If I'm ever having a tough day or a tough time in class, the student success coaches are always there to help me whenever I need it.
Students can connect with us by visiting one of our locations
online at our website or by email.
So to my fellow students, if you ever need help with anything, the Care Center is your one-stop shop, and I highly recommend.
And most importantly, we are here to support our students and make sure that they soar.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Jerry, for that video. And like we just heard from the video, if you really need help with anything, it can either be to talk about life in general. We have people who will talk to you. They have a therapist. You can have like a maximum of 6 therapy sessions with the Wellness Center, or you can need money or some other form of need. They can always help you. If you also need financial assistance, they're there to help you as well. So please do not, if you ever feel like you need anything, just go to the Care Center.
Yeah, I agree. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. If last month my car broke down, and just from experience, the care center really kicked in and definitely helped pay for some of my expenses, and it was life saving. It was life saving and grade saving, because if it wasn't for my car being fixed on time, I wouldn't have been able to go to classes that I really needed help with. I wouldn't have been able to go to the ILC or the STEM center if needed. So yeah, I'd like to encourage every student out there who needs the help to apply. Don't be shy. We're all here to help. We're all here to grow together.
Right. And speaking of growing and helping together, we're also going to talk about the Owners Program. So I am myself part of the Owners Program for Wake Tech. And what you do is you just send an application letter, and then you get in. All they need is for you to have an A in the class which the project you're going to work in, and a 3.5 cumulative GPA. So you just apply, and then you do that. And after applying and getting accepted, right now we've started working on our project, and we're gonna have to present them at the end of the semester. And also the project of the class which you're working in, you also need to get an A in that class. So it's a very great opportunity to learn, because you do research and a lot of things that comes with it. There's also like many skills that you learn during that, because you're not only working alone, but you're working sometimes in a team and with your instructors. So it develops a very great opportunity to understand each other between you and your instructor. You might actually find out that whatever it is you may not have been understanding in class, you now understand it because you are having to spend more time with your instructor, which is something that a lot of people do not realize. But right now, we're so happy to talk about everything. There's also going to be the Day of the Dead, which is a holiday, which I know Kevin might actually know more about it than I do. So I'm going to talk about this.
Yeah. Well, before I go into the Day of the Dead, we want to show you a quick videos about celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month through NC Latino Voices. Jerry will show up the video in a bit, and that will definitely, bring us into this discussion.
Yes.
Well, it looks like we're solving some technical difficulties at the moment. But back to what Marjorie was saying, the Day of the Dead is coming up. Actually, the Day of the Dead is celebrated 2 days, November 1st and November 2nd, and it's essentially just a big holiday celebrated in Mexico, where we just celebrate life. We celebrate life by commemorating those who once lived with us and who were once with us. We have a lot of traditions from traditional dances, where we have the big dresses. I wish I had a picture of it at the moment, but Marjorie, you've seen those dresses. They were the ones
Yeah.
that were at the show. Yeah, we're fairly colorful. We like including color because color brings life. It's the symbolism behind that color. We also we also make this thing called bread of the dead, where it's just some bread that we serve around this holiday time, to first of all, celebrate life, commemorate the dead, respect them. And honestly, if anyone ever has a chance, please go to your local Hispanic bakery and ask for some of the Day of the Dead bread, because it is phenomenal. It is incredible. I just can't get enough of it. And on top of that, if you look at the flyer presented on the screen at the moment, there is going to be a Day of the Dead event celebrated here on the Southern Wake Tech campus. Sigma Delta Mu and the student activities would like to invite to celebrate the Day of the Dead. It'll be on October 31st from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and it will be on the Southern Wake campus.
Yeah, and I also attended this event like last year. It was very fun. There was face painting, like what it says here. And if you guys like the movie Coco, I know everybody knows what I'm talking about. Yes, and then that face mask that he had. Yes, they can also make that come to life. So I was like, I did not know they could do this. It was so nice, and the sugar skulls. Oh my god! You can also paint as well. So it's a very great opportunity. Kevin, would you do the honor of interpreting what the flyer says?
Yeah. So some of the big things that we will be doing is, we will have Bread of the Dead. The hype is so worth it. It is so amazing. We'll be sharing it out to all the students who come and participate. We have Sugar Schools, which is just, a relic that we have that we always present around that time. And you get to decorate them. You get to be as colorful as you want. You can go as creative as you want. These Sugar Schools are there just to respect, anyone out there. And on top of that, we also have, face painting going on. A common tradition that we do is we just paint our faces like a sugar skull. We make them colorful. We make them incredible. It is in. If you've never had a chance to experience the Day of the Dead, you can definitely come and experience it with us. If you have a picture of a past loved one, feel free to email it to the email on the flyer, and she will place it on our altar, which is just there to respect the dead.
Right. And on that issue, we also have the Spanish Honor Society. I know some people may not know about it, but then there is a Spanish Honor Society, and they are taking members actually. So if you're interested, you just go to Wake Tech Extra, where there is student clubs and student activities. You just search Spanish Honor Society, and then you can get that. You can also join Sigma. Well, it's Sigma Delta Mu. That's a Spanish honor society. And yes, so they are the ones that co-sponsor the Day of the Dead. And so if you're interested in becoming a member, or if you're just interested in the day itself, you can just go there to get more information, or you can send an email to that address that is shown on the screen, and then you can get more information on it. And if you have any questions, please do put them in the chat, so that way we can all talk about your questions. If there's anything you need clarification on, just ask us, and then we'll let you know. So the video that we wanted to play before, we're going to play it now. There's going to be a few students from the Honor Society, and also our former SGA Senator and member of DEI Council, Jenny. She's also going to be speaking in the video as well. So we're going to have that.
All right. So he meant to say we're going to bring Brian in. So welcome, Brian. If you could just introduce yourself briefly.
Hi, everyone. My name is Brian. So I would say that I'm a first year at Wake Tech, but I'm planning on finishing my associates this year as well. So kind of doing everything in 1 year. And I'm planning on transferring to UNC Chapel Hill. And I am Latino. I'm from Mexico, and I'm also indigenous, ironically, from the conversation we were just on. I'm from the Quachuachil tribe of northeastern Mexico, which is also part of the Chichimecan Nation. And yeah, that's a bit about me.
And speaking about, these tribes and the different cultures, and Marcus Flores spoke about how all these countries are linked by the language of Spanish. I just want to ask, and this question is to anyone, can feel free to answer, but has there been any country or state or whatever it might be, place that you visited that really gave you a different perspective on the Latinx community? Jenny, I think you may.
I'm not from here. I'm from Dallas, Texas, and I grew up in a Latina community. So coming here, it was really different to see how much smaller the areas are. And I know in comparison, North Carolina to Texas still geographically is very different. But I did notice that it was a lot more subtle and it was a lot more quiet, and it was harder to find community organizations that were focused on Latinos and Latina folk. So I think it's an interesting contrast. I think it's definitely something that I'm still getting used to. And, there are places that I do feel more comfortable interacting with older folks in the way that I would back home in Texas. Because I grew up around, folks who knew my grandma and they just knew her and they knew that I was her.
Okay, so that was Jenny. She was also part of the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Council. So yeah, so given my thoughts on the video that we just saw, I believe that being part of a community of people that being part of a culture is a great blessing, to know your roots, to know where you come from. And it's something that everyone needs to have, to experience, because it molds you into a way that you become not necessarily conforming to societal norms, but you just get to know what your ancestors did, what is wrong and what is right, and what exactly yourself would expect from other people. Because, well, in my culture, we do this. So I don't expect things to be done a certain way. I feel like it will definitely be something to give people the first that they'll definitely look at things and be like, okay, this is not ethical. So let me not do this. It saves a lot of trouble for people. That's what I think.
Yeah, and something to touch on is, onto what Jenny was talking about. It's a lot of people. North Carolina is a small state. It's small compared to Texas, and so actually I was raised in Texas as well for the beginning of my life, and I can definitely speak on the contrast, on the difference from the culture being represented over there and over here. Over there it was always big, it was always booming. I was always just surrounded by people who weren't embarrassed to show their culture. And I'm not saying people are embarrassed to show their culture here. Obviously, people are learning to love it. People are embracing it, but it's just not as big as it is over there. And so that's something I find beautiful. But the real beauty is being able to see North Carolina being able to embrace, not just the Hispanic culture, not just the Mexican culture, but also the cultures from everywhere else. I think now that we're moving in society, it is great to see so many people just embrace who they really are, where they come from, and a lot of people are just trying to reconnect with the roots. It's just incredible, an incredible experience, an incredible thing to be able to witness as we are growing today.
Right, and we also saw in the video that we have Marcus Flores, who's a representative of the North Carolina Museum of History, on the show as well. We also had Marcus Bithia, who is also an NC Highway Patrol, and Benjamin, who was a Wake Tech grad student. So we definitely could not have them all speak, but they did have some like great things to share about their culture and why they like their culture and why they're so excited that it was Hispanic Heritage Month. I really believe that it's a great opportunity to share culture, and if this could be done for every other culture, it would certainly be the best thing. But yes, we love to see culture and the heritage flourishing, and that way, whoever is born here, they'll not forget their roots and where they come from, which is a great thing. So yes, it was really great to have Hispanic month and eat the food and have a lot to do. We had this cookie, so it was a cookie with coconut and caramel. And I was like, how are they even making these? Like, but it was so good. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's definitely an interesting contrast in flavor, but I I just love it. I just love it. And honestly, I think that's also part of the beauty of being here. We all get to, learn and embrace other cultures, get to try new foods, which is just an amazing experience. But yeah, if y'all definitely want to see more from the previous clip, just feel free to look into our comments and just click on the video that was posted there earlier.
Definitely. And right now we're gonna have the jam session that part that was part of the entertainment for the mixer that they had. So we're gonna have to listen to that. Jerry's gonna play that for us. All right, so that was a clip from the African American and Latino mixer. It was a really great place to be, and as you could see from the background, the dresses that Kevin was talking about, colorful dresses, people dancing, and I love to see that there was a mixture of um, Latino contemporary and African American contemporary. That was just something that you could never have seen anywhere else. So we love that people are embracing culture, mixing them together, and being free and open to change and everything else that comes with it. So at the Southern Wake campus, uh, that's where this was in the conference center in Building now, and it was a special for the Michael Yor Show, and it was co-sponsored by student activities as well. So we thank you everyone for being here with us. We do would love for you to keep on coming, putting your comments in the chat. That way we can always give you what you want to hear. And it was really nice being with everybody here. So Kevin,
So yeah, thank you everyone for giving us your time and watching this show. Thank you for the comments for everyone who commented, and thank you to just everyone out there. Learn to embrace each other and learn to love each other's cultures. That's all I gotta say for today.
perfect. Y'all have a good day.